Along Thailand's western border, families displaced by Myanmar's civil war face hardship and uncertainty. Access to medical care is limited. Educational opportunities for children are scarce, and daily survival is often a struggle. Yet even in these challenging circumstances, simple acts of service and care build trust, give hope, and open doors to the gospel. Mission has always been at the heart of our calling as Christians. And when we step out in faith to serve others, especially those outside our usual circles of influence, something remarkable happens. My favorite author puts it this way: to show a liberal, self-denying spirit for the success of foreign missions is a sure way to advance the home missionary work. For the prosperity of the home work depends largely upon the reflex influence of the evangelical work done in countries afar off. It is in working to supply the necessities of others that we bring our souls into touch with the source of all power. At ASAP Ministries, we've seen this principle at work during our mission trip here in the western Thailand region. This trip brought a team of volunteers from the Franktown Seventh-day Adventist Church in Colorado to a village near the largest refugee camp in Thailand. Some came to provide medical care, others came to work with children, but each person came with the same purpose: to share Christ's love in practical ways.
I watched our team over this week. The spirituality has increased. The realization that we need to give more has increased. I've had conversations with multiple members saying, look, we don't need to live on as much as we are. We can cut back and be able to give towards the mission field. There's this amazing quote where Ellen White talks about how when we do mission service, it has a reflex impact on us. And we're already seeing that in our congregation just by the fact of taking a week to come out here and do mission work.
It is extremely important for a Christian to validate their faith, authenticate their faith through service. Jesus asks us multiple times in the gospel to follow his example, to deny self, to take up our cross, and to follow him. If we're not actively serving, there's a dimension of our faith that is actually lifeless. It's not real.
Access to medical care can often be limited in refugee communities along the border. For many people, pop-up clinics like this one may be their best opportunity to receive treatment.
As a physician, the health needs here are just vast. I mean, it really, even someone coming who isn't a physician can help in many ways because just the basic hygiene needs are immense. And they lead to so many of the health problems that they have here, just the dental issues, the skin issues.
One of the needs that I see that a lot of people here have high blood pressure, and some of them with very high blood glucose too. There were a couple of blood pressures that we checked that were very high, and blood glucose level too that were significantly higher than normal.
While the medical team cared for physical needs, another group focused on the children. Each day they gathered for songs, games, and Bible stories that shared the love of Jesus.
These children are just amazing. They are so receptive. They just open their hearts and their arms to you. And these children love singing. Oh, they will sing. When the church happens, it's the children who get up. They say memory verses and they sing, and they're used to being in front. And that has really, really impressed me.
The practical help provided by mission trip volunteers in communities like this one builds trust and relationships that continue to grow after they leave. Their acts of service bring hope and create opportunities to share ongoing care, guidance, and where appropriate, spiritual encouragement.
When mission trip team came to this area, definitely helped families who have faced challenges in this area, because it's open door for them that they might not have experienced before, especially for the gospel. We have seen their eyes opening. There's a better way. There's hope that they can come out of this misery. So this mission trip definitely have opens many families' eyes.
This program was very helpful for the ministry. It was a blessing and a privilege for us because we could visit orphan children, widows, the sick, and the people who feel tired and have lost hope. The ASAP group visited them, prayed with them, gave massage, and shared gifts. It made them very happy, and they experienced God's love through these acts of care.
Local community members aren't the only ones impacted by these mission trips, though. For many volunteers, the decision to go on a mission trip often begins with the desire to help others. But along the way, something bigger happens.
I just appreciate the hospitality, the reception. You know, even though they don't always understand the language, you can just see it by their gestures, their body language, just how much they appreciate us being here, and we really appreciate them.
My experience visiting homes was very impressive. Things we did when we were at the homes, we sang and we prayed even for those who were very sick. The singing part was awesome and the praying was even more impressive, and so I got to really enjoy those moments, you know.
During the duration of this trip, my brother and I were helping the community by giving them reading glasses.
During this trip, I have primarily been focused on vision. So I've been testing people's vision and then giving them glasses accordingly to how they need it. And it's really surprising because a lot of people around this area have vision problems.
I've done a lot of different things. I did eyeglasses with my brothers Jude and Jace for a while. And I also helped out in the back, kind of as a physician. I saw patients. And then I also helped out with vitals as well from time to time. So I had a lot of small experiences at different stations.
It was so much fun doing a campaign here in Southeast Asia. We had a number of people come throughout the week, and at the end of the week we had 2 beautiful baptisms. You should have seen the hands that went up during the appeal. One of the appeals that I made was, if you would like to be free from fear of the spirits. Across the auditorium, hands went up. People wanting to know that they can be free in Christ from the fear of the spirits. It was just amazing to share Jesus with this community.
Mission is not just about traveling to distant places. It's about living with a heart ready to serve wherever God calls us. But when we support His work in reaching the challenging mission fields like Southeast Asia, the spirit of mission grows in our hearts, our homes, and churches. If you or your church would like to get involved in foreign missions, I invite you to visit asapministries.org/go to explore our upcoming mission trip opportunities and consider where God may be calling you to serve. Because Jesus is coming soon. Now, more than ever, mission matters.